Yo, y'all see the title of this video, man. Chavez ain't shit, and Canelo was the man. Now, I'm gonna get a lot of criticism for this video, but before I even get the criticism, I'm making this video sort of in response to two people, to Brick City Boxing and Dante, I think 562. I'm not sure what the hell the numbers are. You know what I mean? And this video is in response to other people as well, but those are the two that I got off my head. You know what I mean? Let's first get into the Chavez Martinez fight and why I say Chavez ain't shit. First off, I give Chavez no fucking accolades, no credit, no props. I don't give him shit. You know what I mean? I don't give him nothing. On paper, let's forget about, like, people let their dislike for Chavez blind their judgment. I know a lot of people think this dude had it good all his life. He's spoiled, all this bullshit. All that stuff is irrelevant. On paper, stat for stat, Chavez is supposed to knock Martinez the fuck out. Period. Period. The dude is taller. I don't even need to say bigger. I don't think bigger ain't even the word. He's younger. He's 11 fucking years younger. 11 years. Now this is boxing. It's like people forgot that Martinez is knocking the door of 40 and Chavez isn't even 30. You know what I mean? He has the age advantage. He has the height advantage. I'm pretty sure his arms are longer. And I'm trying to think of a word. He's enormous. You know what I mean? Big ain't even the word. The nigga's enormous. And he fights a bigger man style with the much bigger body. Massive. You don't even have to know boxing. You could just see the size difference. Like, yo, wow. This little guy is beating this big guy. So I don't see why people are praising Chavez for that 12th round as if he did something so amazing. Where on paper he's supposed to knock Martinez the fuck out. If we break this shit down stat for stat. The reason Martinez was the favorite is because people tend to say Chavez never fought nobody. Martinez is a pound for pound fighter, and that's it. But that's not real. That's not the shit that really win fights. We gotta go back to the stats. Right? We gotta be realistic. You know? We gotta be realistic again. Chavez was supposed to win. He was supposed to, although he was an underdog, whatever the case may be. He was supposed to win. He had many, many advantages. Martinez had to dwell and survive off of skill alone. And if his skill was to let him down for just a second, it could have cost him the fight. Just 1 second. You know what I mean? 1 fucking second could have cost him the fight. I don't give Chavez no fucking props. Not me. Not that his oversized ass needs to be fighting at the least super middleweight. He's still bigger than some super middleweights. I think he's bigger than all of them, but I think he literally has 10 pounds over some super middleweights on fight night. And that's crazy. That's crazy. I think Ward dances around at 176, 177 on the regular. I don't even know if Ward be in 180s. I'm not familiar with that. And this big motherfucker be 185. He doesn't do the same day weigh-ins. Nobody. He's suspicious for using drugs. Who knows if he was using marijuana as some type of diuretic? It's crazy because a lot of people I know that smoke weed, they tend to be slim. And I even seen fat people that got skinny off of being weed smokers. This is shit I seen with my eyes. Know what I mean? Like, come on. I don't give Chavez not one fucking piece of credit. He's suspicious. He's fighting. Every fight is a mismatch. Every fight he has is a mismatch. Know what I mean? Pounding on little Andy Lee. People acting like, oh. Know what I mean? Andy Lee was clearly the better fighter. Just couldn't deal with that size. Couldn't deal with that shit. Too much. It's too much. It's heavy and he's pushing you around. When he deflect your punches, you just feel his strength. You know what I mean? The reason I know this shit, because I have a friend, and he's 204 pounds right now, and a lot of times when he comes to visit me and we on my block, we just put on gloves and we mess around in the street. You know, he really trains boxing, and when I punch this guy and he blocks it, I feel his strength I feel his strength through his defense. Let's forget his offense for a second. The defense alone, I feel his power and his strength. So I can't imagine how Andy Lee feels. And mind you, this is a guy that's not really hitting me back to hurt me. I can't imagine how Andy Lee feels. Or other guys that fought Chavez big ass. You know what I mean? This big fucker will get knocked out by Carl Froch. Carl Froch will knock Chavez the fuck out. I mean, he just got the style for that. I think he would just be stalking him and he would just get knocked out. Carl Froch will knock Chavez the fuck out. I think Edison Miranda would knock his ass out. I think Andre Ward could possibly stop him. Andre Durrell will outbox him. Arthur Abraham will knock him the fuck out. There's so much guys one division up that he wants no parts of. You know what I mean? Then people got the nerve and the audacity to criticize Canelo Alvarez. And this is why I don't criticize Canelo Alvarez. You know what I mean? For one, I said this in a couple videos back. I think Canelo Alvarez is Mayweather's biggest threat. Because the way he fights and his attributes, the stuff he's capable of doing. You know what I mean? I could really see him being a problem for Mayweather. I never see Mayweather fight a guy. I see Mayweather fight many guys that got power, that could knock him out with one punch. But I never see Mayweather fight a guy who isn't winging to knock him out, you know? This dude is a combination, a patient, poised combination puncher. You know? Patient and poised. He doesn't just swing these big wild punches. He doesn't just come in with his head first to get counted. Patient and poised. You don't know if he's sending them hooks to your head or them devastating hooks to your body. He mixes it up. His jab is crisp and his hand speed is up there. It's not even like his arms are slow. Them shits is fast. Know what I mean? And he's bigger. He's naturally bigger than Mayweather. So that's why I say Canelo is Mayweather's biggest threat. I don't even think Martinez is Mayweather's threat. I think Canelo is, based off the style and the attributes. But let me get into why I respect Canelo and why I do not criticize him for his last fight. Let's just be big and serious right now. Me and the whole YouTube boxing community. If Jose Zito Lopez was to be jumping on cameras every interview, every time he has the public eye on him, every media interview, every press conference, and was to call out Canelo, and Canelo was not to fight him, was to avoid him, we would have been criticizing Canelo as the biggest duck and coward right now. More than we're criticizing him for knocking the nigga out. we would have been criticizing him and calling him a ducker. Because in boxing, is always, it is and always has been easier to bash a fighter than it is to praise a fighter. It's just easy to call a guy a ducker or a coward. It's just the easy route. You know? I see people saying Mayweather's ducking Martinez right now. How is Mayweather ducking Martinez, and Mayweather just came out of a fight in May, and Martinez just had a fight just now? They couldn't even sign a contract to fight each other. That's just how stupid people are, you know, and unrealistic. But back to my point is, we would have been criticizing Canelo for ducking him, because this guy, whether you say he's little or not, fought the guy that you were supposed to fight. I think Ortiz was even on contract to fight this guy. But Jose Zito Lopez stopped Ortiz by breaking his jaw and stopping the fight, stopping right there. It would have been a coward route for Jose Zito Lopez to be calling Canelo out like, yo, I got rid of Ortiz. Don't worry about Ortiz no more. I'm your problem. Fight me. And Canelo to say, nah, man, you too small, man. Nah, you too small, man. But he just whooped the ass of the dude that you wanted to fight, you know? It's just a stronger argument to call Canelo a fucking coward if he did not fight Jose Zito Lopez. Trust me, Canelo gonna build back his image to his haters. He gonna fight somebody, and he's gonna surprise y'all. He's not gonna surprise me, because I know what this Mexican dude could do. I already know. He not gonna surprise me. Y'all gonna jump on his dick like y'all always do. Like a lot of y'all fake boxing fans always do. Anytime some y'all call, oh, this is an impressive win. Oh, he beat somebody. He beat a notable opponent. And all that bullshit. You know, y'all gonna jump on the bandwagon later on. But the thing about it, I already know what Canelo could do. I already know what he's capable of. Jose Zito Lopez could have been a natural 154-pounder. He would have got his ass knocked out the same way. You know what I mean? He would have got his ass knocked out. Because regardless, that dude was always lanky. He was never muscular. He never had a muscular build. Even at 140. You know what I mean? This is how he always looked. If anything, he's just a little more soft in the midsection. And he can't impose his strength as much as he would. Dude still had his tenacity. He still was ferocious in his assault. But he couldn't do much with it. Canelo was too patient, too poised, had too much vicious combinations for that dude. He didn't even know whether to block headshots or the body. He didn't know what to fucking do. I mean, I'm glad, and I'm just glad Canelo got rid of this blemish early before it became a problem. Because I'm telling you guys, if he did not fight Jose Zito Lopez, if he didn't fight him, and Jose Zito Lopez was calling him out, we would have been saying Canelo is a ducker right now. Right now, we would have been saying that shit. It takes me back to 2007 when Ricky Hatton fought Jose Luis Castillo and stopped him with the body shot. And that fight was at 140. And after the fight, Ricky Hatton in his interview with Larry Merchant and Max Kellerman and them, and he said, oh, I think this is the most action you ever seen. I think this, he said, what round did I stop him in? Oh, the fourth round? Yeah, this is the most, I think you've seen the most action that you ever seen in Mayweather's whole career. Calling out Mayweather. You know, calling him out. And mind you, Mayweather recently came up to 147. And you know, people knew that. But nobody was saying that smaller shit. People were saying, Mayweather, oh, you're ducking Ricky Hatton. You're ducking him. Ricky Hatton is on your heels and you're ducking him. You're avoiding him. What Mayweather did? Mayweather was like, you know what, I ain't gonna let this little punk blemish my record. I'm just going to get in the ring, fuck him up, and put him to bed. And that's what he did. So Canelo, you know what I mean? He didn't let that shit even start. Because I know Jose Zito Lopez on that Mexican macho shit and trying to get a payday would have been calling Canelo out. That's what he would have been doing. Do not make this shit look like Canelo called out Jose Zito Lopez. No, Canelo did not even know who Jose Zito Lopez was. When Canelo was watching the fight, he said, wow, this kid is okay, but he's not going to win. He didn't even have faith. He had no faith in this guy that he could win. But Jose Zito Lopez shocked everybody. So what Canelo do? Canelo says, you know what? All right, you stopped the guy that I was going to fight. I'm just going to knock you out. Know what I mean? And give the fans a taste of what would have happened to Ortiz. You know, you're not going to break my jaw. I might break your jaw. So I don't see why everybody's criticizing Canelo. You know? Trust me, he's going to have those fights where everybody's going to jump on the bandwagon. If he fights Miguel Cotto, I can see him knocking Miguel Cotto out. Period. I don't see Cotto being able to hurt that dude before he hurts him. If he fight right now, there's only 4 people I'm concerned about. Mayweather, Martinez, Canelo, and Ward. Know what I mean? Those guys, I want to see their next fights. Pacquiao to me right now is irrelevant. I'm not speaking about that clown anymore. That dude is a blatant fucking cherry picker. He's overrated. He fights corny ass fights, stupid ass matchups that should not be made. And it's like he's still on people's radar. That nigga's irrelevant right now. Mayweather should be looking at Martinez and Canelo. Those are real threats. I don't think Martinez is really a threat. I think Mayweather could easily nullify his style. Easily. That's just my opinion. But that boy Canelo, picture, let's just be honest. Picture Canelo having Mayweather against the ropes. And unlike any other opponent Mayweather fought, he's not lunging in. He's not throwing these wild shots. He's throwing combinations like he always does. And them shits hurt. From the head to the body, back to the head. I would love to see how Mayweather deals with that. That's just my opinion. If Canelo was to knock Mayweather out, I won't be too shocked. Like some people. Know what I mean? I won't be too shocked. I would love to see how Mayweather deals with Canelo offense. That's just my interest. I would love to see that shit. Because the dude he's not just winging wild. He's patient. So you don't know exactly when he's coming in. Mayweather could handle aggression. Now, I mean, if Canelo was aggressive and if Canelo's an aggressive dude, then I could say, oh, Mayweather just going to school him. But the nigga's not aggressive. Canelo be walking in slow on guys. You know, he comes in with a jab. A nice jab, too. A nice crisp jab. Then he throws a combination from your head to your body back to your fucking head. And you could get knocked out with any punch from either hand. I would love to see Mayweather deal with that. Word. Well, I'm going to wrap this video up right here, man. Y'all leave y'all comments. 1.